With step 9 completed, we can now move on to step 10, which is the servo saver. And luckily for us, Kyosho have made the servo saver. They've already made that part for us, but they've showed you here on the diagram how it's put together. So what we need to do is we need to make the final part of this, and this is this way round. So we need to make this one here, and we need to also get this components over here. So we need to make these parts, like 2 of these. So we're going to take our pre-assembled servo saver and take the OT232D, which is the silver. Make sure it says aluminium silver. That goes in the top. Okay, and then what we need to do is, once that's in the top like that, we need to pop that around the other side whilst holding that in place, and pop one of these washers again off of the washer up onto the drawing, just to make sure. It's OT241F, and we need to pop one of those over the little SC240, the little ball joints, and pop that into there. And we need to use a little bit of the thread locking liquid onto the threads on here, and take our Kyosho thread lock liquid and pop a little bit of that on there. And I don't like going too mad with this stuff, but yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah, there we are. And then once we've got that, make sure I've got the right way around again. Yep, clip at the bottom, so up through there and onto the ball link like that. Hopefully it's in shot. Soon find out when we go to look at it and edit. There we are. And now that that's in shot, we just need to make sure that that's tightened up. So I'm just going to use the little Allen key this time because I don't want to go too mad. There we go. And it just says don't over tighten. So there we go. That's that one done. And we need to do the same again on the OT203 part from the OT203 tree. This is part 5, and the same procedure. So we're going to get that little washer, pop it onto that little ball joint. We're going to pop a little bit of thread locking liquid and not drop it on the floor or anything like that, like I've been doing. I've been dropping everything today. And then pop that through like that, so it's upwards, comes up through the bottom like so, onto that silver colour, the aluminium silver ball joint, and screw that into place. And then again, I'm just going to use the little Allen key because I don't want to go too mad, and screw that tight. There we are, and there, done. That's step 10 completed. Moving on to step 11, the servo saver link. We need our servo savers that we built up in step 10. We need this component, which is OT203 part 8 from the OT203 parts tree. We need this guy here, which is OT232C, the saver shaft plate, and make sure that you get the word up. So you need to make sure this is the right way around and right direction. And we need these parts, which is OT2032A and O32032B, which are these shafts, if you like. And again, we need these special little screws and cups that we had from before. These are the OT241Es, which are these little self countersink cups, and the OT241Ds, which are the 2.6mm by 14mm machine screws, and these are countersunk screw heads, or flush heads is what they put them. And we need to pop this across our chassis brace, and I believe it catches the 2 holes back from the main front. And the idea is, by the looks of things here, is that the screws go through these little faces like that, so they're flush. And I'm going to turn the chassis up the other way around so that it comes up through. And I don't believe that's threaded, it should be just a clearance hole, so I'm just checking. Yeah, it is a clearance hole, like so. Comes up through onto the brace, making sure the brace says up. Yep. And then I believe that this guy sits underneath there. Looks of things. Yeah, it sits like that, I think. And then we take the OT2032A that goes down and collects that screw that we put through the top of the screw. So you take the little Allen and there we are. Oh, there we are. And I believe we need to do the same again on the other side of this. Again, get that little face washer thing, the screw, there we are, through the bottom of the chassis, through that bracing saver. Then we take this one, and then the shorter, the OT232B, drop that down onto the screw, and that collects the screw, like so, and then we screw that down. And then we've got to kind of put this, pop that on to our saver head. Come on, can I do this by hand? Yep, there we are. And that one there. So in theory, that's going to be, there we are. There we are. That's our saver, steering servo. There we are. That's step 11 completed.